I was passing this guy once on the street, and I was wearing a Rolex. And he goes, wow, man, what'd that watch cost? I go, I guess at that time, $10,000, $12,000. He goes, my watch cost $3 and we have the same time. And I go, wow, that's the point. It's not about the time. It's about the sense of accomplishment that you say, okay, I'm gonna reward myself for perhaps doing something right in my life. And that's what watch collecting to me. It's not about keeping time. It's about keeping in step with where you are in life.
Hey everybody, the ultimate watch collection revealed, the $1 million timepieces you won't believe exist, in the hands of Sylvester Stallone. Ever wondered what it's really like to own the rarest watches in the world? In this jaw-dropping video, I'm showing off the breathtaking collection of Sylvester Stallone, including a one-of-a-kind piece that screams luxury, history, and achievement. Let's take a look.
I don't buy anything unless I really feel drawn to it. The one thing that seems to be pervasive over all of these watches is they attract me emotionally. I think they're rather bold statements, and they just strike me at the right time. I said, you know what, I need that kind of watch, or I need this heavier type watch, or maybe I need a sporting type watch. So all of these basically track the different moods and the ebbs and flow of what I'm feeling at that particular time. Oh, 5711, what can I say? This is the Mac Daddy. This is the one that started them all. The whole Nautilus movement. This is green-faced, very valuable. I don't know why I'm selling it, because I'm stupid, I guess, but I'm gonna do it anyway. For those fact-hungry people, this is the first time they use diamonds on steel, so it makes quite a statement. This is the Mac Daddy. If you're a serious watch collector and you want to make a statement, this one doesn't whisper, it screams. And this is his cousin from New Jersey. He's pretty valuable too. 5711, again, this is getting back to the basics. If you want to be on the front line of a trend, this is when this watch came to the forefront and hasn't slowed down since. It's probably the most iconic watch Patek ever made in the sporting genre. You know, sometimes you just do it right, you nail it perfectly, and you go, oh, what can I do to make it better? The answer is nothing. You did it. So just enjoy. This is actually a recent acquisition. I think it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful blue, wonderful, wonderful, beautiful watch. But I got to share the happiness with other people, so I'm going to put it up out there for someone else to wear. There's something about a blue and a green dial. It's attractive. Some people may prefer gray or neutral or black, but for me, these are vibrant, they're earth tones in a sense. This was a fantastic acquisition. I love it. I thought it was just pure beauty. This is really a piece of gold. This Cartier watch was given to me. I was at the Deauville Film Festival, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 years ago. And I was having dinner with the president of Cartier. And we had a good time. We were talking about horses and so on and so forth. And the next day at the hotel was this extraordinary piece of watchmaking. Again, there's a pattern here. You can see there's a sort of a rhythm that goes on with all these watches. They're a certain size, which at that time was, the heavier, bulkier watches. As I get older, I tend to shift my preferences, but this again marks a certain period of time. Also, this big door knocker here, it's engraved to commemorate that moment. So this is the real deal, folks. I started collecting when I finally came into some money. I had just finished Rocky, and there was Greg Allman of the Allman Brothers. And I guess he was very tired, so his arm was hanging in the aisle. And on his wrist was something very similar to this. This is a Rolex Tropical, but it's very much like this. Actually, it was all gold, just like this. And it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. So when I finally got a few bucks together, I went out and bought this gold Submariner. And that was the beginning of my love affair for Rolex watches in general. And that was it. But thank you, Greg Allman, for sleeping and hanging your arm in the aisle. It's changed my whole trajectory. You've cost me a fortune, Greg. Just saying. What is...
Guys, from watches that cost a few dollars with the same time as a Rolex. Interesting. That's an interesting comment he brought up in the beginning there. I mean, like he said, watches, they basically chronograph a time in someone's life where they went and purchased something that they aimed for. Maybe it was a gift for somebody else, or maybe it was just a gift to themselves. And it represented something to them. It could be just their love of watches. It could be something like a graduation, or it could be something such as a job promotion. That being said, though, watches, they mean something to people. And this is Sylvester Stallone's collection. It's insane. I mean, this is the guy who was in Rocky, right, all the way through Creed, and even in Rambo, right? He's in Expendables. He's an action star. And these are very masculine watches you could see that have really large bezels, wide bands. They have a tough guy appeal, even the luxurious dressy watches, which show a more intelligent side to this actor. So definitely something to keep in mind. These are some of the best and most sought after watches ever. And as for the rest of these watches, I mean, these are just very beautiful pieces. I mean, no one can argue the mastery of Patek Philippe, or the mastery of Rolex, and the simple beauty of Panerai. This is not your average watch collection. This is the epitome of success.
Surprise, green. This watch provided hours and hours of joy. It was just beautiful, non-stop, complimentary, Roman numerals, just different, unique, just pure class, just pure class. Oh, it says Sly on the back. So I can relate to this watch a lot. And it is just a beautiful conversation piece. Can't go wrong with that. This one here, this is from Expendables 2. I mean, I put this thing through its paces. Underwater, above water, in the sand, fight scenes, you name it, action. Now, this Panerai is bronze. It's very unique. It just struck me as being so architectural, masculine, military, and it's almost a throwback to like Titanic, if you want to say it, or portholes. And I thought, yeah, I have to wear this in the movie. This is going to make a statement. And so it did. This is, again, like a door knocker. It's solid. Also, it's 0000000. This is it. This is the first one. That's never going to happen again. So, hope you enjoy it. I had many, many hours of wearing this in the jungle, in the air, in the water. It was my companion throughout that film, and longer than that. Here it is, the slide tech. I'm signed it on the back. Slide tech was kind of an interesting concept. At that time, the watch was not considered that modern. It was made primarily for World War II, for underwater demolition. So they needed a watch with a large face so they could see it. And when we brought it into the modern era, which at that time was the 90s, they thought, oh, it's more technological. Let's throw Sly in there, Sly Tech. And I thought, not bad. Now I'm kind of a robot. Sly Tech, how are you? Uh-oh. This is a friggin' statement. Trust me on this one. Because I started a whole Panerai movement, they thought, okay, let's do something commemorative for Sly. Well, they decided to make this solid block of gold. There's only one of these in the world. Only will be one of them. I suggested, why are you gonna go through all this work? Make 3 or 4. I go, no, there's one and done, and then we break the mold. You've never worn anything more solid in your life. This will never go unnoticed. Let's move all these children over here and get ready for the big brother. This is something. Let me get this right, because this is the Patek 6300.
Guys, whatever could it be? Let's see the most incredible watch in Sylvester Stallone's collection. A Patek Philippe. Isn't the design beautiful? The name beautiful? What a wonderful amalgamation between French design and German engineering. That is the world of Swiss watches. I think I remember the first time when I walked into a Patek Philippe store and there were only good watches there. Tudors, Pateks, Rolex. I think that was it. Maybe Vacheron Constantin. But beyond that, there wasn't really much of anything else except for jewelry. And beautiful jewelry, might I add. I mean, this brand is so well guarded, and it is so hard to acquire a Patek Philippe over a Rolex. I mean, this collection is incredible. I don't know if Sylvester Stallone picked all of these himself, or if he had a team of, I don't know, wives, daughters, sisters, cousins, movie stars, PR team that helped pick it for him. But all I know is that it's incredible. I mean, you could see just the level of taste in this collection is like no other. I mean, yes, he has a very brutish-looking skull watch, and I do think it's nice. Is it my favorite choice? I think it would be, perhaps if the skulls were more like tarnished and also matching the case, like a bronzish rose gold color. Then I would love that watch. But the silver, presuming it's silver, is nice, but I can't say it's my favorite in this collection. I think Patek is winning hands down each and every one of these options.
This is the Patek 6300G Grandmaster Chime. What I'm going to show you here is a watch that's never been touched. This is it. This is the most complicated wristwatch ever made on the planet. This is it.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. We're going to have to cut this video right where it's at, because unlike what Stallone said, that is not the most complicated timepiece in the world. This is the most complicated timepiece in the world. This is the Les Cabinotiers, the Berkeley Grand Complication. And yes, I agree, Stallone does have a beautiful collection, but this is none other than the most complicated timepiece. And yes, they might have language variations, so I don't know if this one in particular is the most, so I will say that with caution. However, I can definitely say Patek is not the most complicated timepiece in the world. As beautiful as it may be, as incredible as it is, this is leagues beyond. And with that, I must say, everyone just read, look up, do your research. There are plenty of beautiful things in this world, but the most beautiful thing is truth. And, you know, nothing to fault him for. Maybe that's what he was told, and that's what he believes. And as far as that goes, just keep in mind that there is a bunch of watches in the watch world to explore. And don't ever forget to hit that like and that bell button and subscribe. This is Chronosapien. Peace out.